you put an Indian violin into a punk song, it's not so weird because how many times have I seen a punk eat Indian food? It happened all the time. That's interesting. You don't hear a lot of talk about kidneys.
No, you don't.
I managed to put it in one of my lyrics on my album.
Go on.
It's about energy coming from the kidneys and sparkling up your body and giving you a feeling of well-being, I guess. But I like kidneys.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, people go on the weekends and they drive into the unknown.
Yeah.
And they go over glaciers and they might fall into cracks.
Yes.
And die. And then they many together and then one jeep has to, people in the one jeep have to rescue the other people in the other jeep. And then they come back and they have very good stories to tell. I was in bands for like 15 years and they were all like with, you know, drums, bass and guitars. And then when I started doing my own stuff, I was like a kid in a toy shop, so I wanted to use all the toys.
You're greedy for romance, can't you?
You think so?
Yeah, I think
I think it's when your heart is all dusty and old and starving, that's when you get greedy, isn't it?
Isn't she cute? Yeah. You are the cutest star we've ever had on here, apart from Des Line.
OK. Have you ever fancied someone of the same sex, Björk?
And I've got it actually in my house, and every time, it doesn't happen very often, that I feel slightly suicidal or blue or something, I just put it on, and I feel absolutely fine.
So tell us about some of the stories, some of the songs that we can expect to hear. Why is it your dating album? Why did you describe it like that?
I was just looking at the video, just thinking, it's the ultimate Tinder ad.
Yeah,
Tinder
totally.
ad.
It is.
It's like,
Exactly.
69. I don't know, I like to leave it there. I mean, it sort of needs to be mysterious.
Of course.
Or somebody turns into a duck or whatever. And for me, that's, yes, that I agree with that.
What's the best thing in Iceland?
The people, the wind, it's very fresh, and it's, it hits you harder than it does over here. And the little cafes and all the alcohol over there and the food and the fish and the little streets and my house and my racket car and so on.
How much emotion? Where are you now?
That was the best moment. It's a woman, a real woman. And you have the elf. Give me 20 years.
Yeah, just give the
Maybe.
Did you once throw your cat out of the window to see if it could fly?
Well, not from a window. But I wanted to help him.
Yeah, to fly.
Yeah.
He wants to think himself lucky you weren't living in a lighthouse. So, did it? I don't suppose it did fly.
No, but it kept following the birds.
Yeah.
Wanting to join them, I thought.
But they kind of like chasing birds on the ground that they cat. You thought, well, if you like birds so much. Go on!
See.
Any festivals like this in Iceland where you grew up?
You're joking. I remember festivals in Iceland with like 1,000 people, and that was like, I don't know, like 1% of the Icelandic nation or something, and me rolling in mud, and you know, the usual. With actually had blueberry yogurt in my hair for 3 days.
So this album has...
Við verðum bara í hótelherbergjunum í svona kvöld. Má ég núna fá skóna? Má ég núna fá skóna?
You know, have you ever seen a German punk? Waiting?
I actually used to come to Berlin.
Yes.
When I was 16.
Yeah.
And I would stay in a squat with punks who were there, and I think they were trying to explode up the parliament or something. They were busy. We didn't see them in the daytime. They were busy trying to bring down the government.
Yeah, hell.
And it's time consuming.
So what happens when you are driving?
Well, I got myself a driving license when I was 24. I waited as long as possible. I didn't really want one. And then I got one, and I crashed my car 10 times in 1 year. And we are gonna end the evening with a lullaby so we can all go to sleep. And enter Frankfurt, and then I'm gonna sing some songs because I'm a singer, you see. Goodbye.
On. And off it went, but it survived.
Yeah. But then it ate a piece of string, I remember, and I remember it coming out the other end.
Yeah.
And then 5 hippies trying to pull it through.
Those long winter nights. Did it become some elaborate tug of war with 5 hippies on one end and the cat on the other braced?
That's how I remember it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Jimi Hendrix playing really loud in the background. My childhood.
You mean that was on a record? He wasn't there?
No.
I think he'd have put a stop to it. He wouldn't tolerate that kind of behaviour. I think when you pulled it out, it might have spoke as it went back. Don't let her throw me out the window. Did they get out in the end? Did they get the string out?
Yeah, I remember, and they wound it back up on the thing. Yeah. I think, yeah, somebody knitted something out of that as well. This is what it looks like. Look at this. This looks like a city, like a little model of a city, and all the houses which are here, and streets. This is maybe an elevator to go up there. Sort of creatures that happen to live on the planet as well. They're like giraffes, and you got giraffes, and you got monkeys, and you got whales, and you got French people, and you.
Okay, so we'll start with the ladies. We have one, and how do you have a boyfriend? What grade are you in?
I bet you want to know my star sign next, right?
Did you hear that, Björk? I'm down for anything, especially I'd like to eat her hair. It looks like pastrami.
Something else looks like pastrami, too.